Good morning and welcome to Frisco, Texas. We are here at the Toyota Soccer Center, home of FC Dallas for the US Youth Soccer National Championships. This morning we have the Under-17 Girls National Championship game. It's going to be played between Rebels Elite and FC Kansas City. Rebels Elite out of California came to this tournament having been crowned the Far West champions. FC Kansas City out of Missouri booked their way here, having been the National League Blue champions, but they also won their state cup and the regional championships. As we're underway here, FC Kansas City in the all blue, playing from left to right, while Rebels Elite will wear their full white strip, kicking from right to left. That ball over the top is looking for the run of Chisholm. Chisholm's ball through is a good opportunity early on here. The shot coming in from Hamlin, and the second attempt followed up by Reed, but she can't convert that one goalwards. Fantastic opportunity there for FC Kansas City to open the scoring within the first few seconds of this match. Rebels Elite, we are seeing them for the third time here on Field 6. They finished second in group play in Group B on 6 points. They had 2 wins, no draws, 1 loss. They scored 9 goals, conceded 4 for a +5 goal difference. They then stepped into the semi-final and knocked off Premier Navy by 1-0 yesterday. Erin Healy, currently the second top goal scorer in the Under-17 girls division with 6 goals in this tournament. Here is Healy, unable to keep this one in play. FC Kansas City finished top of Group B with 7 points after 2 wins and 1 draw without any defeats. They scored 10 goals, conceded 4 with a +6 goal difference, before stepping into that semi-final yesterday and beating TFA Elite 5-2. Liddy Farkas is currently the top goal scorer in this division with 8 goals, while Madeline Hamlin, having that early chance just before, is in third place in those charts with 5. Kansas City opened their tournament back on Tuesday when they beat Rebels Elite, the team they face here, by 3-2. Tight game then with lots of goals. We'll be hoping for the same in this game. On Wednesday they then drew 2-2 against BC United and finished up pool play on Thursday by beating Mandeville by 5-0. Rebels Elite, after that opening defeat to Kansas City, went and beat Mandeville by 6-1. We watched that here on Field 6. Then on Thursday they beat BC United by 1-0, which booked their place in that semi-final yesterday. As you see Rust here driving out from the back. She can't find a teammate. It'll be out of play for a Kansas City throw. Having seen a lot of Rebels Elite on this field, we know they like to play possession football. They like to keep the ball and probe the attacking third. They rely heavily on both centre-backs being comfortable on the ball, along with Creighton in the holding midfield position. There's another chance here for Kansas City, breaking into the area again. Chisholm's ball in, done well to be dealt with by Smingy. Corner kick then. Chisholm over it. It's going to be a right-footed outswinging delivery. We hold on here as Chloe Grubb steps forward from the back. Here comes that corner kick then. High towards the edge of the 6-yard box, bouncing down on the edge of the area. It's going to be watched out of play by Jaramillo. Jaramillo and Uribe, the 2 fullbacks for Rebels Elite, have the license to get forward thanks to Gianna Creighton as she sits in between the central defenders. We've seen that all tournament. As that ball is upfield, and here is Creighton. Uribe. That ball switched to the left-hand side now with Yaramillo. Here she is again with time to get her head up and look inside for Sekimoto. The captain, Espinal. Now Summit. Sekimoto under pressure. Great turn there by the central midfielder. She's looking for movement ahead of her. She'll bring in Healy. Now Gaines Ramos trying to return the favour to Healy. That one's going to be poked out of play though. Rebels will have a throw. Beautiful morning here in Frisco. Sun still hiding behind the clouds, so we have a nice cool temperature as far as the last few days are concerned, with all 3 days of the group stage seeing temperatures well over 100 degrees. Corner kick short to Uribe. Uribe with a crossing opportunity in towards the edge of the 6. It's flicked behind by Veremeier and out for a corner kick. Breeze coming across the field on a diagonal from the far right to the close left corner. There's this pass is short for Yaramillo. She'll swing that in towards the near post, but it's into the arms of Veremeier. And now Kansas City looking to come forward on their left-hand side. Here's Reed forward into the path of Hamlin. Hamlin, couple of step overs, trying to put off Smingy. Uribe though will step in and hook that one clear. Yackley. Back for Grubb. Grubb's ball to Legg is going to ask a bit of her centre-back partner, but Legg does well then to find Yackley. Hamlin then on the ball again. Here is Hamlin breaking into the area, looking to get that across to Farkas, but Brooklyn Hawkins well off her line to claim. Uribe. Here is the patient possession we've seen from Rebels Elite throughout this US Youth Soccer National Championship. Summit trying to flick that to her fullback, but only going to find the feet of Chisholm, who can't keep it in play. Rust swinging that across to her central defensive partner in Smingy. Now Uribe. Free kick given there by the referee. Of course, with this being an under-17 matchup, we'll have two 45-minute halves. Teams are still level after 90 minutes. We will step into two 15-minute periods of extra time. And if we're still level after that, a dreaded penalty shootout will come into play. Here's Stram on the ball, under pressure from Summit. Stram does well to keep that with Legg. That ball for Alejandre is going to be cut out, and now Summit on the left has Espinal to her left, Sekimoto to her right. Here is Sekimoto. Good check onto the left foot, shooting opportunity deflected. In the end it'll be tame for the goalkeeper, Veremeier. Deflection taking all the pace out of that strike. Good piece of skill though by Sekimoto to earn herself half a yard and get that shot away. Rust here challenging. She'll have it back. Looks inside for Creighton. Good check of the shoulder there by Creighton. Gianna Creighton, the holding midfielder for Rebels Elite, has been one of the players that has really impressed me in this tournament. Her head is constantly on a swivel, checking her shoulder all the time, linking up play, stepping forward like she is now whenever she gets the chance, but her most important role is anchoring that midfield, especially when her side are in possession. She allows fullbacks to get forward and provides cover for the two more attacking-minded midfielders in Sekimoto and Espinal. Here is Espinal now high on the right-hand side. She won't be able to keep that one in play. It's going to go behind for a goal kick. Thurmaier then taking this goal kick short. Grubb looking inside for Alejandre. Now a chance for Chisholm on this right hand side. She's going to look early, try and get that one into the area, but it'll be cut out. Now Sekimoto. Across for Uribe. Now Healy. Healy was the joint top goal scorer in the tournament, stepping into the semi-final before Lily Farkas went and put away a couple of goals for FC Kansas City, and now Farkas is the one leading the goal scoring charts. Maddie Hamlin also in with a shout for the Golden Boot as she sits just behind Healy on 5 goals. Here's Creighton. Under heavy pressure, will do well to keep the ball here, but Farkas dispossessing her. Now looking over the top for the run of Hamlin. Hamlin with pace, breaking it into the area, shooting opportunity, but it's straight into the arms of Hawkins. Good opportunity there for Madeline Hamlin to add to her goal scoring record so far, but unable to get the better of Brooklyn Hawkins that time. Espinal, the signature step over we've seen from her throughout the tournament. Smingy now inside for Sekimoto. No turn on there, she'll keep the ball yet again. Here is Sekimoto, this time recycling the ball with Rust. Yaramillo. Looking for the run of Summit outside her. Summit won't quite be able to get on the end of that pass, and it'll be Stram to take the throw. Striding forward from the back was Meredith George. She's brought down. Be a free kick for FC Kansas City, just inside their own half. Here's George again. This time opts to check back for Leg. Leg stepping inside, gains Ramos and bringing Alejandre into play. Espinal applying the pressure to Alejandre, but ball kept in. Farkas dispossessed. Creighton giving that ball away, haven't said that too often. Switch of play now into the path of Chisholm. Here's Gaines Ramos. She can't bring that one under control, and again FC Kansas City with the opportunity to play out from the back. They opt for the long ball forward towards Hamlin. She'll win it back there. Hamlin. Chisholm. Across for Alejandra, and now the top goal scorer, Farkas. Farkas checking inside, looking for that run of Hamlin again. She's got a bit of pace about her. Has Madeline Hamlin, the Rebels elite central defenders will have to look out for that. Rust with time. Yaramillo. Back for her centre back. Switch out to the feet of Uribe. Here's Healy. Healy stepping inside, trying to find Gaines Ramos, but Grubb will step forward with the ball. Grubb's ball over the top again, looking for the run of Hamlin. They'll get another opportunity here. Farkas has runners to her right. That ball's looking for the path of Chisholm, but it's far ahead of her. She's not going to be able to get there. Hawkins then with the ball at her feet, out for Smingy. Now Uribe. Espinal, time to turn, finding the feet of Erin Healy. Now on the left-hand side with Yaramillo. Space to drive into here. Summit tracking forward ahead of her. She'll look for Espinal, but again the ball's cut out. Espinal does well to get her body in there and win her side the free kick. Rebels Elite are going to take their time over this free kick. They're looking to set up as Rust comes forward. Talk about players being comfortable on the ball at centre back. Madison Rust actually played a portion of that first game they played here on field 6 in central midfield. Here she is with the free kick. Has Yaramillo to her left, unmarked. Opportunity for a cross. That one's blocked out. Now Hamlin trying to flick that on, one by Creighton. Smingy. The right back now, Uribe. Pretty steady start to this game. Just around 20 minutes in. Yet to have our opening goal. We've had a couple of good opportunities though for FC Kansas City, but both teams pretty comfortable in possession. Rebels Elite with the lion's share of the ball. It's that kick out of the hands from Veremeyers upfield. It's going to be challenged by Yaramillo, but it will break here for Sophia Stram. Stram striding forward, has Hamlin inside. Stram's going to look for the byline. She's trying to get a delivery in. It's deflected off Yaramillo. Hawkins won't be able to keep it either. It's going to be a corner kick then for Kansas City. Caroline Chisholm again to swing in this corner kick. Here comes the right-footed delivery. High towards the penalty spot. It's going to be off the knee of Rust. Chisholm will get a second bite at it though with 3 white shirts coming her way. Again a good delivery in towards Hamlin, but she can't redirect that one goalwards. The Rebels with a chance to settle the game here with a goal kick. Hawkins with the short goal kick then to Rust. Now Rust checking inside, and she'll find Yaramillo to her left. Gains Ramos. Good challenge by Grubb. Yaramillo inside for Espinal. Espinal fouled, referee says played on. Healy trying to flick that wide into the path of Gaines Ramos, but the ball's going to find its way through to Rust. Now Creighton. Wide for Uribe. Creighton will use her keeper Hawkins. Rebels just trying to draw FC Kansas City out. They're having none of it though, sitting in their defensive shape. As Creighton's dispossessed now, Hamlin. Creighton will do well to recover and earn the ball back. That pass a dangerous run. Rust will do well to keep it though. Yaramillo. Smingy. Back out to the right for Uribe. Here's Healy. Espinal doing well to win that ball back. Now a chance here for Rebels Elite to come forward. The ball trying to find Espinal. It's going to be hooked out of play by a Kansas City player. Espinal. Back for Uribe. Healy can't bring that one under control, but it's going to find its way back all the way with Creighton. Smingy. She'll swing it for Yaramillo. Here comes Farkas, the captain for FC Kansas City, using her wide player, Chisholm. Chisholm's right-footed delivery is a good one. It's over the head of Hamlin. Almost bouncing for an opportunity for Reed, but well dealt with by Uribe. Now Espinal with space to drive into. Espinal coming inside, looking for options ahead of her. She's put that one off the back of a blue shirt. Here's Sekimoto. Inside for Healy. Healy trying to bring Summit into the game. Grubb's going to get that one upfield towards Farkas. Hawkins for Rust. Smingy. Again, no pressure being applied here by FC Kansas City. They're happy to set up their defensive shape within their own half and invite Rebels to try and break them down, which so far they've not been able to do. FC Kansas City have the pacey Madeline Hamlin on the break, so it's not a bad tactic for them to sit in their shape and look to pounce on the counter-attack. Uribe, back for Creighton. Here's Madison Rust. She has space. She'll clip that one wide. Far too much on that one for Summit. As we're going to see 4 changes, 3 for FC Kansas City and 1 for Rebels Elite. Jordan Norman's going to come on the field for Rebels, and we'll see Haley Fabian, Raina Childers and Brianne Sevens on the field for the Missouri side. Here's Espinal now with an opportunity on the edge of the 18. She's going to take the shot, deflected, but into the path of Healy. Healy strike off the woodwork. Chance for Summit. Pulling it back for Healy. Healy this time left-footed strike blocked. Now upfield for Farkas. That ball's only going to find the feet of a white shirt in Uribe. Couple of good opportunities there for Rebels Elite, and they'll come forward again here. Grubb coming clear with it. The slip will allow Espinal to step onto the ball. Now FC Kansas City with possession with Chisholm. Chisholm dispossessed by Jordan Norman. That'll be a throw for Kansas City. Grubb. Across for Legg. Legg stepping past Espinal, looking forward for Hamlin, but finding the feet of Smingy. She'll drive forward here. Smingy still going. Stepping inside, looking for options. She's got none, so she goes herself, and she's done well to win her side a free kick here. 20 to 25 yards out. Almost dead centre of the goal. Excellent run there by the centre-back Smingy. Good opportunity then for Rebels to get a shot on target here from this free kick. We are yet to see a goal direct from a free kick on this field. We saw a couple of excellent free kick goals over on the other fields over the last couple of days. Can Madison Rust be the one to change that? Rust, right-footed, here it comes, over the wall, but over the crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick. Going to see 4 more changes here for FC Kansas City. Taylor Dolt's going to come into this game. We'll also see the introduction of Emma Willard, Carolyn Nelson, and Molly Place. So FC Kansas City choosing to use their bench and get fresh legs on the field. Goal kick short from Vermeyer. Sevens dispossessed. Fabian hooking that one upfield. She won't be able to get back on the return pass, and it'll go out for a throw-in. As Riley Curran's going to come into this game. Riley Curran, the scorer of that winning goal in the semi-final yesterday. We saw another one of those lung-bursting runs from Kiera Smingy. She drove all the way forward onto the right-hand side and put in an inch-perfect delivery, which Riley Curran, with the diving header, converted into the back of the net. She'll be hoping for a similar impact in this game as Creighton steps forward. Here is Curran. Looking to return the favour to Creighton, but cut out by a blue shirt. Uribe. Wide for Gaines Ramos. Under the challenge by Dolt. Here's Espinal. Sekimoto. Well left there by Espinal. Sekimoto now turning and switching it out to the left-hand side and finding Norman. Norman has Curran ahead of her. Here is Curran checking inside, and the ball will be back to Sekimoto. It's going to be called back though for an offside against Riley Curran. FC Kansas City with an opportunity just to settle the game here and get possession back for themselves. Ball's back in play. Looked as though it was still moving, but we'll have play continue. Grubb using her fullback. That ball forward is at the feet of Nelson. Nelson dispossessed well by Sekimoto, and now Sekimoto stepping forward. She has nothing but blue shirts to her right, so she'll opt back for Smingy. Creighton across for Rust. Now Espinal turning. Schramm back inside for Kansas City. That ball is looking for the runner in Nelson. Fabian will poke that, but only towards Sekimoto. Uribe. Swingy, and now Rust. Using Healy inside. Healy, under heavy pressure, is dispossessed well by Chloe Grubb. Farkas. 8 goals in 4 games so far in this tournament for Farkas. Should be looking to add another today as she steps forward here. Dispossessed by Gaines Ramos, now inside for Espinal. Healy ahead of her, but again Grubb stepping in to rob that one. Vermeer short for Grubb. Grubb's ball inside. Here's Espinal, a good opportunity off the misplaced pass. She's going to try and thread that wide for Healy. Dalt's doing well to get the one out of play with Healy for company. Uribe now with the throw in towards Espinal. Uribe will have it back. Plus applying the pressure, now Healy. Espinal dispossessed. She wanted the foul, but play goes on as Childers strides forward for FC Kansas City. Ball turned over again. This time it'll be Curran to take it away. Uribe. Wide for Gaines Ramos. Her pass intercepted. Last 5 minutes or so, neither team have been able to keep possession for an extended period. The ball turning over more often than not. Here's Espinal. Back for Gaines Ramos. Espinal will have it back off her. Good crossing opportunity here towards Healy. Poked away, and now Farkas trying to get on the end of that one. Nelson's pass is only going to find a white shirt, and it'll be Rust to put this one wide for Curran. Curran's pass misplaced. Childers. Farkas, good awareness to turn there, but Gaines Ramos stepping in well to win it back. The rate at which the ball is turning over right now, I barely have time to mention the name of the player with it before I have to call a name on the other team. Rebels looking to change that here as they settle it down at the back with Rust. Out for Norman. Norman with space ahead of her to carry the ball into. Trying to feed that through for Healy, but again it's cut out by Grubb. Sevens across to the left-hand side. Here's Stram. Stram coming inside, and the ball's going to find its way through to Healy. Healy's layoff for Sekimoto is a good one. Healy again here. Rebels need numbers forward to support Healy. Healy's breaking into the area under challenge from Stram. She'll do well with Sophia Stram, and she'll win aside the goal kick. Here are FC Kansas City on the ball with Sevens. Sevens herself has space to step into, but she's misplaced her pass into the path of Curran. Rust. Here's Farkas then, having a run at Smengi, who does well to dispossess the top scorer. Healy with a blind pass inside would have been better suited just to hold that ball up and wait for some support. Sekimoto, another blind pass. Willard out to the left fullback. Toe in from Gaines Ramos is going to put that into the path of Espinal. Here's Gaines Ramos again. This time she has space. Healy able to bring that one under control. Espinal wide on the right hand side. In for Erin Healy. Gaines Ramos. Shooting opportunity from her. It's deflected off the back of Emma Willard, and Kansas City getting this one forward towards Nelson. Nelson here does well to get the better of Smingy. Smingy recovering and poking that ball away. Looks like it's going to find its way behind for a corner kick. Referee agrees, and we'll have a corner for Kansas City. Inside the last 10 minutes or so of this first half, neither team able to break the deadlock so far. Rebels Elite have had the better of the possession, but FC Kansas City have had the two best chances of this game. Here comes the corner kick. It's towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Hooked clear by Gaines Ramos. Healy has a 2v1 if she wants to take it on. Healy taking her time, waiting for support. She'll use Norman. Rust. Smengi. Rust out to Creighton. Creighton's long ball upfield is looking for her captain, Espinal. She finds Espinal. Has one defender for company. Espinal checking inside, and that one's going to be hooked clear by Grubb. Uribe checking back, and Gaines Ramos now with the ball inside. Gaines Ramos' ball is outside Espinal. It's going to be outside the field for a Kansas City throw-in. Have to wonder how many of these girls are feeling physically, this being their 5th game in 6 days. A couple of games within a week is heavy on the legs, let alone 5 games. As Kansas City look to hook this one clear. Sevens under heavy pressure from Curran, does well to get it out to her fullback in Stram. Stram now striding forward into the Rebels' half. She'll be forced backwards as Healy puts pressure here on Grubb. Healy again applying the pressure, and Willard putting it into touch. Can either side find a way through? Both looking for the breakthrough before half time. Espinal under pressure from Grubb. Norman heads forward. Here's Nelson. Good hold-up play by the striker. Childers' pass is going to find the feet of Creighton, and now Sekimoto swinging this one out to the right-hand side. Uribe. Uribe wide for Gaines Ramos. She has Healy ahead of her. Here is Healy. Checking left, checking right. Dispossessed her on the 2v1. It's been the story of this first half so far, with both teams putting bodies back defensively when they don't have the ball. Very little space to get into for the attackers, as that one's behind for a goal kick. 2 banks of 4 defensively for FC Kansas City throughout much of this game. The likes of Erin Healy, Espinal and Gaines Ramos unable to wiggle their way through so far. Fabian inside for Nelson. Nelson has a runner ahead of her in Childers. Childers will be beaten to the ball there by Rust, and Hawkins will claim. Here's Uribe. In for Creighton. Interesting in this game that Creighton, more often than not, has popped up to the right-hand side of Kiera Smingy. Throughout most of the tournament, we've seen her split the 2 centre-backs and allow the full-backs to get forward. But in this game, she's been popping up more often than not on the right-hand side of Smingy and looking more like a back 5 at times. Here is Creighton. Creighton has a touch get away from her, but she recovers well. Uribe. Swinging that one to the left now with Rust. Rust out for Norman. Good ball inside now, Sekimoto. Sekimoto switching the point of attack. Here's Gaines Ramos. Gaines Ramos with a good piece of pace to try and get past the fullback, but nipped out well by Dolt. Plaz, here's Dolt again. Assistant on the far side has the flag raised. It'll be a free kick. Rebels getting the ball moving straight away. Here's Uribe. That ball over the top is only going to find the end line. It'll be a goal kick. As the referee just signals to her 4th official that she wants 1 minute of added time at the end of this half. No real stoppage in play so far, other than substitutions. Here's Healy. Creighton. Rust looking for options upfield. A little shimmy and still nothing on for her, so she'll go back for a centre-back partner in Smingy. Here's Creighton to her right-hand side yet again. Rust. Looking for the ball over the top with the run of Curran. It's going to bounce for Curran here. She'll find Norman. Espinal, here's Curran again. Trying to get Healy in behind, but at the end of this half, Healy with pretty tired legs, they won't get there. Vermeer looking for the short option with this goal kick, but Espinal pretty high. She's going to give pressure to Willard. And Vermeer's kick straight to Curran. Espinal knew she was offside. She let that one run right the way through to the keeper. Uribe inside for Creighton. Now across for Rust. Rust has time, no pressure on her. She's going to look for the long ball out to Curran. Norman will let that run for a throw. Here's Rust again. Both teams seemingly happy to head into half-time level. Give themselves all to play for in the second half. Uribe fouled by Plus. Rust into the path of Healy. Healy under heavy pressure. We'll try and poke that back for Norman. It's out of play. Will be a Rebels throw-in though. Norman here back for Rust. Across now to the feet of Creighton. Espinal. As the fourth official puts up his electronic board to display that 1 added minute. Healy back for Sekimoto. Sekimoto with a good turn here to retain possession, and now Norman on the left. Norman with space here to get a cross in potentially. She'll check back on her right foot, and that long ball miscued. Here's Childers for Kansas City. Good switch of play here towards the dangerous Farkas. Farkas stands up Smingy. Trying to return the ball to Childers, but it's cut out by a white shirt, and now Curran. Back for Norman. Healy's ball wide, can't find Curran. Norman will challenge for it again. Her header straight up in the air. Second opportunity, she gets it forward towards Espinal. Well brought down by the captain, and Sekimoto will swing it out to the right. Creighton. Whistle in mouth. There is the half-time whistle from the referee. So nothing too much to cheer for either side here in the first half. Rebels Elite dominating most of the possession, but Kansas City with the two best opportunities, the best of the two falling to Taylor Reed early in the game. Within the first minute, had almost an open goal but couldn't convert. So we go into the break here in the under-17 girls US Youth Soccer National Championship level, with Rebels Elite and FC Kansas City tied goalless. We'll be back with you for all the second half action after this halftime period.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups, that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period. That's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied Maguire Cup.
Forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. Forget about it. It's time to go to work. It's time.
Today's match is brought to you by AE Engine, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags, Bubba Burger, Cliff Kids, Dick's Sporting Goods, Expand a Brand, Nesquik, Fusionetics, MLS, Nike Soccer, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, Soccer Shots, Sun-Made Raisins, Target, Turbo Sports Group, United Soccer Coaches, Wilson Trophy Company, and Yokohama.
It'll be Rebels Elite to get us back underway here at the start of the second half. Currently goalless between themselves and FC Kansas City in this US Youth Soccer National Championship game in the Under-17 Girls Division. Here's Rust on the ball at centre-back. Rebels Elite playing with 3 central defenders in this game. Creighton dropping into the right-hand side of Smingy. Here's Norman at left back. Inside for Sekimoto. Good feet there by Sekimoto, looking for an option ahead of her. Finds Healy. Opportunity for Healy on her right foot. Shot coming in. It's off target to the right of the goal. It's going to be a goal kick. Good early opportunity there for Healy and for Rebels Elite. Here comes Espinal, winning that ball back high up the field. Has Curran outside her. Curran stepping inside, dispossessed. Now Creighton striding forward from the back. Creighton still going onto her right foot. She's pulled down. It will be a free kick for Rebels. Just outside the FC Kansas City 18-yard box. Another good free kick opportunity here. We saw Rust over these free kicks in the first half. This time it looks as though it will be their top goal scorer, Erin Healy, to take it. Healy with 6 goals so far in this tournament. Trailing FC Kansas City's Lily Farkas by 2 as she is on 8. Healy will look to pull one closer here with a strike. Good opportunity around 23 or 24 yards out. Healy right-footed over the wall, but it's sailing high and wide over the crossbar for a goal kick. Goal kick upfield by Vermeyer. Brought down well by Farkas. She'll have it back. Dispossessed by Summit, and now Healy playing through the middle at the start of the second half. Healy into the path of Espinal. Espinal turning, but doesn't see Dolt coming in behind her. Here's Summit again for Rebels. Inside for Espinal. Espinal back out onto her right foot. Trying to turn Dolt, but again Rebels picking the ball back up. Uribe. Summit. Ball in again to Espinal. Good strong challenge there with the body of Leg, and Leg will win the free kick off Espinal. Chance for Kansas City to take off the pressure and play out from the back. Fabian inside for Yakli. Yakli dispossessed by Summit. Sekimoto finding Espinal. Now wide to the left-hand side with Plaz. Flick on by Espinal to Curran. Espinal was fouled. Be pulled back for a free kick. That foul on Healy. Another free kick for Rebels out on this right-hand side. Ball to the edge of the area is going to be half cleared into the path of Norman. Norman unloading from a long way out, but that's into the arms of Vermeyer. Healy here giving chase. She'll do well to get a toe on that one, but it's going to find a blue shirt. And now coming inside is Fabian. Fabian uses Nelson wide of her, and that's going to be a free kick in favor of the team from Missouri. Long ball into the 18-yard box, headed away at the first attempt by Creighton, dropping for Grubb, and the shot in the end coming in, but straight into the arms of Hawkins. Smingy inside to Uribe. Smingy will look for Uribe again, but it's going to be cut out by Yackley. Farkas's pass takes a deflection and out for a Kansas City throw. Creighton's going to see that one behind to her keeper Hawkins. Smingy across for Creighton. Here's Rust. She'll slide that one to her central defensive partner. Smingy looking for movement ahead of her. Doesn't have much on here. She'll clip it forward, trying to find Healy. Now Legg. Good ball forward, finding the feet of Nelson. Nelson's ball wide for Plaz. Yackley. Good challenge by Espinal to win the ball back for Rebels. She's fouled by Farkas. Will be a free kick for Rebels Elite. Yackley, ball across for Haliandre. Rust will then find Curran inside. Now back with Smingy. The three at the back. Central defenders for Rebels Elite. Shoring them up a little bit more defensively, but they don't look anywhere near as fluid and as dangerous going forward as they lose that forward passing of the holding midfielder Creighton. Instead, Sekimoto and Espinal required to do a little bit more defensive work. As you see there, a big gap now between the defenders and midfield. That gap usually occupied by Creighton. Here's Espinal trying to flick it forward to Healy. Grabs ball wide, is going to be hooked forward by Stram. Creighton. Wide to the right for Uribe. She'll look long over the top. Healy's going to try and get on the end of it, but it's hooked wide for Dolt. Yackley. Now space for Farkas, driving at the heart of the Rebels' defence. Wide option in Plas. Plas with a crossing opportunity, blocked by Smingy. Now Smingy coming forward on the right-hand side. We saw this from her for that winning goal in the semi-final. There's a foul there committed by Healy. Haliandre can't bring it under control, but it's still going to be in possession of FC Kansas City until it's given away there. Summit. Back for Uribe. Challenge coming in from Plus. Here's Rust. Looking upfield towards Curran. Curran will return the favour. Creighton, as the wind picks up again here. That ball over the top is looking for the run of Norman, but it's too much legs on it. It's going to go behind for a throw. This game settling back into a similar pattern to what we found ourselves with in the first half, with Rebels having most of the possession and not being able to find that final ball into the final third, and FC Kansas City looking to counter, but they also haven't been able to find that final pass as of yet. Farkas is going to look to change that here though as she strides forward. She's fouled from behind strongly by Smingy. Free kick opportunity for them about 30 yards out. Farkas still down. Worries here for the current top goal scorer in this tournament. Emma Yackley then over the free kick, right-footed, 3 in the wall for Rebels.
Kira, mark her! Lily, go in the wall! Lily, go in the wall!
Another joining the wall now as Yackley striking this one from distance, picking up in the wind and a little bit of a wobble in the air, but Hawkins holds well. And she'll get it rolling straight away out for Uribe. Smingy, Uribe again. Nothing ahead of her, so she opts to go back to her central defender. Here's Creighton. Good layoff there by Curran. Curran's done a good job with her back to goal so far in the second half, but hasn't had an opportunity to turn and run at the Kansas City defense as of yet. Legs ball forward now for Plus. Plus has Dolt outside her. She'll try and find her. It's intercepted, but it's going to find its way to Dolt now. No, it won't. Here, Uribe. Espinal returning it to Uribe. Has Healy to her right. Here's Healy striding forward. Has Leg for company. 1v1. Good challenge from Leg initially. Uribe breaking into the box. Asking for a foul, she won't get it. Here's Plus. Farkas. Dispossessed by Creighton. Here's Sekimoto. Sekimoto taking her time here. She'll bring Rust into the game. Now Creighton. Espinal with a chance to turn, but she'll lay it off for Summit. Uribe. Uribe back inside for Summit. Here's Espinal. Uribe with the crossing opportunity. She'll swing that in. It's cleared away at the near post by Rachel Legg. Sekimoto will retain possession for Rebels Elite. Now Rust striding forward from the back. Good run from her, coming inside. She's brought down, but the referee says play on. Norman. Trying to find Healy. It's Espinal now on the ball. She'll look back for Sekimoto. Poking it wide for Uribe. Good period of pressure here from Rebels Elite. That ball hooked towards the goal. It's going to curl wide to the left of the goal and out for a goal kick. Vermeyer then to get the goal kick going quickly here. Uribe. Rust with the long ball over the top, trying to seek out the run of Riley Curran, but too much on that one, out for a throw. We'll see a substitution here then for FC Kansas City. Coming onto the field will be number 10, Madeline Hamlin. Hamlin, with her pace, has looked dangerous back in that first half, and now with the wind in the favour of FC Kansas City, she'll be looking to pounce on a couple of through balls in the remainder of this game. Dolt, under pressure from Summit, loses out, and now Sekimoto will bring the ball back into the path of Summit. Here's Healy, up against Leg. Leg does well initially. Leg does really well, and she'll put that out for a throw. Good play by the Kansas centre back. Uribe then over the throw-in. The ball to Espinal, cut out by Yackley, will be a corner kick. Espinal over the corner, has the option short with Uribe. Summit also striding out. Espinal will swing this in, right-footed outswinger towards the penalty spot, won by the head of Healy. It's goalwards, but looping high and into the arms of Elena Vermeyer. She'll look to get it upfield towards Hamlin. Summit. Back for Creighton. Swingy wide for Rust. Rebels settling back into that possession play we've seen so much from them. Here's Sekimoto on the halfway line. Looking upfield, has Norman running high on the left. Ball back to the keeper, is going to be cleared well by Vermeyer. Sekimoto will put it back upfield again. Curran. Infield for Sekimoto, now Smingy. Creighton. Out to the left-hand side with Rust. Leg, now Farkas with her head up, clipping that one into the path of Fabian, who had found herself offside though, and it'll be called back for a free kick. Here's Uribe, playing as a right wing back in this game. Summit, forward for Healy. Healy turning inside. Espinal. She has Uribe wide. Here is Uribe again. She steps inside. Now has the run of Espinal to her right. Crossing opportunity here for the captain, swinging it in towards the penalty spot. It's missed at the first attempt. Now Sekimoto trying to hook that one goalwards. Norman inside for Sekimoto, her forward pass off the body of a blue shirt, but she'll get it back. Uribe. Looking for Espinal wide, but that ball outside her. Going to find its way behind for a Kansas throw-in. Sekimoto poking that towards Healy. Has Curran to her left. Healy stepping inside onto her right foot. Maybe a chance for a shot here. She'll lay it off for Sekimoto, hitting it from distance, deflected. Poking it wide for Uribe. Farkas winning it back then. Has the pacey Hamlin ahead of her, but nipped off her toes by Smingy. Smingy inside here for Uribe. Popping up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Now Summit. Out for Smingy. She'll deliver that one towards the near post. It's up into the air by Plas. Hamlin just pumping that one forward to nobody in a blue shirt. Creighton will bring it back the other way. Creighton can't find Healy. Hamlin. Hamlin's through ball trying to get Falbion into the right-hand channel. It's going to go all the way behind for a throw. We're going to see a couple of changes here. Taylor Reed coming back into the game for FC Kansas City, the player who had that golden opportunity within the first minute. Spurned, unfortunately. We're also going to see Caroline Chisholm come back in the game for FC Kansas City, and the reintroduction of Emma Gaines-Ramos for Rebels Elite. Norman then to get us back underway with the throw. Short for Rust. Here's Creighton. Rust trying to step out from the back, but she's dispossessed by Fabian. Now inside with Yakli. Here's Farkas. That ball only finding the feet of Uribe. Gaines-Ramos. Again dispossessed, and FC Kansas City back on the ball. But Gaines-Ramos doing well to track back and win it. Here she is still. Healy. Healy stepping inside, looking for an option. Has nothing, so she'll check back and then she'll use Ramos outside of her. Uribe. The 1-2 with Ramos. Uribe still going, driving into the box. Her delivery towards the far post. Over the head of Curran. Espinal with the challenge on Stram. The referee says play on. It'll be a throw-in. Farkas laying that one off. Reed. Yakli. Wide for Dolt. Dolt trying to put that one in the channel for the run of Hamlin, but she'll find the sideline. And Dolt will be replaced now by Meredith George. That throw upfield is off the chest of Rachel Legg. Here's Sekimoto for Rebels Elite. Swinging the point of attack over to Creighton. Rust, space ahead of herself, but no real option to pick out. Here's Creighton. Lots of tired legs out on that field. 5 games in 6 days for many of these girls as the assistant has his flag raised. I feel it may have been Erin Healy that was the one offside, not Riley Curran. 2 more changes coming on for FC Kansas City. Breanne Sevens is going to come back into the game, so too will Raina Childers. Back underway with the short free kick. His leg. Forward to the feet of Reed. George puts that forward towards Hamlin. Put out of play off the boot of Smingy. George's throw to the feet of Hamlin. Looking to bring that inside for Farkas, but it's going to be put upfield by Smingy. Grubb for her centre-back partner, Leg. Farkas's flick finds it into the path of Reed. Reed's delivery. Off Uribe and out for a throw-in. Here is Uribe finding Gaines Ramos. She'll look inside for Espinal. Good turn inside by Gaines Ramos and unable to find Healy, but Farkas now stepping inside onto her right foot, trying to poke that across to a player in blue. Healy. Erin Healy with 6 blue shirts for company. Still has the ball. Doing well to keep it here with Uribe. Up for Gaines Ramos. Creighton sweeping it back to Smingy, and now Creighton with the ball at her feet yet again. That ball over the top, looking for the run of Farka. Here she is, having the shot on goal, straight at Hawkins. So you have to feel if Lily Farkas has put that a yard either side of Brooklyn Hawkins, it may well have resulted in the opening goal. But 75 minutes played here and we're still goalless. That the best opportunity of this second half. Here's Espinal. Wide for Norman on the left. Here's Curran. Healy, now Espinal again. Has Healy to her left, flag stays down. Her delivery coming in towards the far post. Gaines Ramos rising. Here's Curran. With her right foot, can't poke that one goalwards. Sakamoto will get that back to Rust. Uribe. Creighton. Really hasn't been the same Jenna Creighton in this game, playing as a right-sided central defender. Been pretty shackled by that position compared to what we've seen of her throughout most of the tournament when she played as the holding midfielder. Here's Sekimoto. Sevens driving forward, poking that, trying to find the run of Hamlin. It's going to be pushed wide by Hawkins. Here is Hamlin. That cross is only into the hands of Brooklyn Hawkins, who will get us moving straight away with Espinal. Espinal now out to Uribe. Couple of step overs coming inside. No options though, so she'll go wide for Gaines Ramos. Out of play from leg. Uribe getting it moving with Gaines Ramos again. Trying to poke that forward for Healy, but leg will see it out of play for a goal kick. Elena Veremeier over the goal kick. Upfield over the head of Espinal. Here's George. Good piece of play to get past Gaines Ramos. George driving into space. Wide now for Reed. Reed bringing Hamlin into the game, trying to step into the box. It's a strong challenge by Smingy, and she's done well to win the ball for her side. Now Espinal. Gaines Ramos. That ball cut out by a blue shirt, but Smingy will have it again, and now Rust. Norman challenged wide on the left. It'll be a Rebels throw-in. Creighton inside for Gaines Ramos. Now with Sekimoto. She'll look long, trying to find the run of Espinal. Missed by leg, but Veremeier's quick off her line to scoop that clear. Here comes Hamlin now, though, with a good opportunity, poking it into the path of Farkas. Farkas couldn't get a toe on it. It's off the foot of Hawkins and behind for a corner kick. Great opportunity there for Lily Farkas, created by Madeline Hamlin. The FC Kansas City unable to get a toe on it, though, and they'll have to settle for the corner kick. Here comes the right-footed in-swing and delivery for FC Kansas City. Plenty of runners far post. It's coming in towards the near post, and Farkas almost getting the flick on it. It's off her foot in the end and behind for a goal kick. Sekimoto. Her ball intercepted by Childers. Now Hamlin again trying to find Farkas, but that's going to find its way through to Norman. Healy, good turn by her. Out to the right hand side in Uribe. Gaines Ramos. Stepping infield, poking it through to Espinal. Gaines Ramos again. This time again looking for Healy, but leg sticks a leg out. Stram striding forward for Kansas City. Ball forward by Chisholm. into the path of Hamlin. Hamlin with Rust for company. Hamlin still on the ball, getting a delivery in, but no blue shirt in the area. Healy back for Espinal. Espinal now gains Ramos. Gains Ramos, checking back inside, trying to find Healy. Tired pass though from the Rebels elite player. Farkas's flick. Here's Sekimoto. Poked wide for Norman. You have to feel that if we do see a goal here in the final 10 minutes or so, it will be the winner. Not a whole lot of chances in this game. As this ball's forward now, Farkas. A couple of step overs from Farkas. Stepping past Creighton, good piece of skill by her. Trying to feed it into the path of Hamlin. Hamlin will do well to get there first, ahead of Rust, and draws the foul. Now it's a chance for FC Kansas City to work the goalkeeper. Wind changing direction again, this time going away from us into that far corner. I have to imagine that normally this position would favour a right footer, but with the wind going the way it is, maybe a left footed strike may be the better option. It'll be Lily Farkas, top goal scorer in the under-17 girls tournament so far. She has 8 goals to her name in the previous 4 games. With the right foot. 4 in the wall for Rebels Elite. Farkas striking the ball straight at the wall, cleared by Sekimoto. Now George for Kansas City. Trying to find the wide option, but only finds Uribe. Creighton, well left there, past leg. Creighton now breaking on this right-hand side, trying to get inside George, but George doing well to win the ball, and she'll put it out of play for a Rebels throw. Gaines Ramos. Wide for Creighton. Back into the path of Gaines Ramos. Uribe now fakes the cross, checks back inside. Gaines Ramos to the byline, trying to get her delivery in. It's a good ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody able to get a touch goalwards. Here's Sekimoto. Sekimoto unleashing a strike from distance, but held well by Elena Veremeier. Her kick flicked on from the head of Reed. Now Hamlin with a good opportunity to get in. Here is Hamlin with the right-footed strike. Wide of the left-hand upright. It was a really good opportunity again for Madeline Hamlin, but didn't connect cleanly with the shot and skewed it wide of the goal. Hawkins taking her time over the goal kick. Here's Rust. Forward towards Curran. Curran can't keep possession for her team, and again the ball upfield towards Hamlin. Here's Lily Farkas. Trying to step onto her right foot. Good challenge from Sekimoto, and now Espinal. Wide for Norman. Trying to feed that one back into the path of her captain, but she'll win it back. Looks as though she was fouled that time, and she was. Foul against Raina Childers. Uribe. Gains Ramos, ride on the right-hand side. up against Meredith George. Gaines Ramos getting the better of George, chipping this one in towards the goal, but again into the arms of Vermeyer. Vermeyer also taking her time over the ball. She's going to throw it out now to the feet of Sevens. Sevens stepping forward. Good run here, but she can't find Taylor Reid. Smeenge. Espinal. Wide for Gaines Ramos. Looking for the run of Espinal again. Being blocked off there by Meredith George, and Vermeyer will have the ball. Creighton winning that one in the air. Here's Gaines Ramos. Curran unleashing from distance with the shot. Palmed over the bar by Vermeyer. She wasn't sure about that one, so she flicked it over the bar well. Espinal striding over to take the corner kick. Rebels Elite keeping 3 players back here. They're wary of the pace of Hamlin on the break. They have the short option here in Espinal. Uribe, right-footed delivery, swinging it in, far post. The header coming in is wide of the goal by Erin Healy. Free header. Feel like she should have done a little bit better with that one. Going to see a substitution for FC Kansas City. Centre-back Rachel Legg coming off the field. She'll be replaced by number 17, Emma Willard. Here's Willard under pressure from Espinal. Cleared upfield by Vermeyer. Now Healy. Healy checking inside, checking out onto her left. Good opportunity here for Erin Healy as she comes back inside onto her right foot. The delivery coming in here is Curran! Excellent last-ditch challenge there by Meredith George, along with her goalkeeper Elena Vermeyer. As Riley Curran was almost there for the tap-in. Riley Curran may be seriously hurt here as we hear shrieks coming from her way. Hope she's okay over there in the 6-yard box. Doesn't look good at all for Riley Curran. So close to scoring the winning goal potentially in the national championship. She was the scorer of the goal in the semi-final that brought Rebels Elite to this final. The trainer's seeing too Riley Curran there. So we've played almost the entire 90 minutes. Only injury time to be played at the end of regulation, and would imagine we'll have a few minutes of that now that we have this stoppage, as poor Riley Curran is down inside the 6-yard box. The shrieks from Riley Curran, not nice to hear at all, and the Rebels players will have to compose themselves here as their teammate is down. hope you'll join us after the conclusion of this game over on a separate feed on the same YouTube channel. You'll see the awards ceremonies being run. They're being run all morning as we see the champions from each age group being crowned. The ceremony for the winner of this game will take place around 5 or 10 minutes after the conclusion of the game. We're going to take a quick break here as Riley Curran is being seen to by multiple trainers over by the goal. Back with you just after this. Ashley Herndon will be on in place of the stricken Riley Curran as she's wheeled off there by the athletic training staff. Didn't look or sound good at all for the scorer of that semi-final winner. Hope she has a fast recovery. It'll be Espinal over the corner kick to get Rebels Elite going again. Here comes the delivery in towards the near post. Chance now for the shot to come in from Healy. The ball bounced down. The referee spotted a foul though, and Kansas City will have the free kick. Surprisingly, we're only going to have a minimum of 5 minutes added on here. Had an extended injury layoff just then with Riley Curran down, but 5 minutes the time to be added on. Here's the substitute Herndon giving chase. Willard wide now for George. George stepping forward on the left hand side, cut out by the captain Smingy. Now gains Ramos with 2 players for company. She'll have to concede the throw. Uribe. Sekimoto back for Rust. Across for Norman. Norman stepping inside onto her right foot, finding her captain Espinal. Has Healy to her left, Herndon to her right. Dispossessed though, and the ball back upfield. Well won in the air by Sekimoto, but bouncing down for Childers. Here comes Sevens. Sevens striding forward. Good challenge by Uribe. Long ball forward, looking for the fresh legs of Ashley Herndon. Sekimoto wide with Uribe. Ball up over the top, looking for Herndon. One well in the air by Willard. Now Sevens again. Sevens with Taylor Reid to her left. Here's Reid. George. Sekimoto's pass will find Rust. Healy. Now Norman. Norman to the feet of Herndon. Herndon with time to turn and run at the Kansas City defense. Her ball out to Gaines Ramos. She's 1v1 on the edge of this 18-yard box. Gaines Ramos skipping past her defender, getting the ball into the box. Chance here for Herndon. The shot coming in. That may well be the winning goal in this under-17 girls national championship. Ashley Herndon, the substitute, on for the injured Riley Curran, bringing that ball down after good work out wide by Gaines Ramos and prodding it home past the outstretched Elena Veremeyer. We are already inside injury time here. That may well be the winning goal. FC Kansas City with little time at all to try and pull it back. We were bearing down on extra time, but Herndon here on the field with one of her first couple of touches has put that into the back of the net for Rebels Elite, and now they have the ball back. Hamlin streaming forward. Plenty of white shirts to win the ball back there. Healy forward for the captain, Espinal. She's given the ball away though to Childers. Chisholm now getting it wide, looking for the run of Hamlin. Hamlin fouling Ruston. It's going to be a free kick in favour of Rebels Elite. That 5 minutes added on doesn't look like long at all for FC Kansas City now. The entire Rebels Elite bench are on their feet. Sakamoto's going to stride over to take this free kick as Rust has had the wind knocked out of her. Rebels just need to hold on here for that final whistle. Up towards Herndon, pumped back upfield by Sevens. Creighton happy just to hook that one out of play for a FC Kansas City throw-in. That ball upfield to Farkas. Good, strong challenge from Gaines Ramos, and now Espinal with the opportunity to drive this ball forward. Here's Herndon again, the goal scorer. Wide for Gaines Ramos. Gaines Ramos running at the Kansas City defense. Here's Herndon in the 18-yard box again. Dispossessed by Tyler Reed. Uribe. Gaines Ramos. Uribe still. Gaines Ramos in the corner. Going to look to keep this ball here and hang on to it. And there is the final whistle from the referee. Ashley Herndon popping up in injury time to poke the ball into the back of the net and break FC Kansas City hearts. Rebels Elite are your under-17 girls US Youth Soccer national champions. We feel for Riley Curran, the scorer of the semi-final winner, who got her team to this final. She went down injured in the final minute of his regulation time, but Ashley Herndon coming on in her place. After great work down the right-hand side by Emma Gaines Ramos, she found Herndon, and Herndon did the rest. We thank you for joining us here at the Toyota Soccer Centre. We hope you'll stay tuned over on our award stream to watch the Rebels Elite side lift the trophy. Thank you for joining us for the game. It was a steady game throughout, but Ashley Herndon winning the national championship for the California side in the final moments here. Thank you for joining us for this entire tournament here all week in the searing heat in Frisco, Texas. We have one more national champion to crown here on Field 6, but for now, congratulations to Rebels Elite, to their players, their staff, and all the fans that travelled. Consolidation to FC Kansas City, but well done for getting as far as they did. Thank you for joining us, and we're hoping you'll join us for the next game. But for now, have a fantastic day.